to the music in game. Some of the music in game is actually pretty all right. Like they're kind of like covers. They kind of sound like covers of songs. Next we have Science Experiment and Rhyme Time. So the last two, and then I'll have to figure out what to play. As far as brain games kind of go, famous scientists. So we're gonna go Archimedes. Let's find that H. That should help us. Archimedes. A-R-C-H. Man. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's going down the fucking middle. I know it's going down the middle, and I can still barely see it. There it is. Alright, we got Boyle's Law. I'm trying to remember what one that is. Man, it's been a while. So you kind of like remember the things that are like relevant to what you're doing, and then the rest of it can kind of like, you need like a it's like, I'm pretty sure Boyle is a gas law. Curie discovered like radiation, or worked with radiation. Darwin, theory of evolution. The Da Vinci, very old school fucking inventor and principalist. We have Descartes. I was actually thinking about this week, Descartes, because now it's like you can't really do research or anything, right? We have Faraday, unless you're like, you gotta like go to college, you gotta go to university, and then still you're not even guaranteed to work in any type of like research, and then even then you're still working under somebody. Franklin, it wasn't really like that back in the day. Like people were just kind of doing their thing. Franklin, yeah, Galileo. So like I always think about like this, because it's like, how many people would have discovered like amazing things? There we go. They just don't have the access or the resources to do them. Because it's like, I mean, Da Vinci, do you think he went to like school? I don't know. Like, he was just passionate about it. It's like, shit, I was passionate about it too. And then I realized that I'd have to work 3 jobs just to get through a semester. And I'm like, oh, am I that passionate about it? Kepler. Not saying that I would be the one to, but could have been. Anybody could have been. There could be somebody. Oh, where's Nobel? There could be somebody flipping burgers at McDonald's right now that would. Oh, there's Nobel. That would find like the next big discovery. Oppenheimer. Moppenheimer. But there's Pascal. But I also think a lot about Pasteur. I think a lot about Shakespeare too. Shakespeare was the one who said, we live in a society, and this was like long time ago, where we have things set in place to keep the rich and the poor poor. And every time I think about the education system, I think exactly that, because it's like, at least in North America, I think it's like it's free in some countries, which is amazing. It's a wonderful half-life. Nice. But yeah, it's free in some countries. So then if you're actually like passionate about it, you might be able to get in. But like here it's like, okay, so you have to have really good grades in high school, and then you have to get accepted, and then you also have to have the money, and then you just have to like keep funneling the school system with your cash, and most of that definitely does not go back to the school. somebody gets out of school, like in another area, where's Meteor, you're gonna be putting that money right back into the economy because you're gonna be buying, like, at least not like for sure, but this is what someone was explaining to me. There is a Meteor. You're gonna be putting, you're gonna be buying a house, you're gonna be buying a car, you're gonna be buying a bunch of stuff, like, to live off of instead of, renting. Like, me renting doesn't really put things back into the economy, right? Like, it goes to a property management company who's probably hoarding a bunch of money because that money's not going back into the apartment either. So, it's just so shitty to think about. Alright, rockets. Yeah, because I was done like fucking first year. I was like first year. I was like, oh man, I can't afford this shit. I can't do another year where I'm like wondering what the fuck I'm gonna have for dinner for like the next week. I was living off of, I think it was just tofu and spinach and like tomato sauce. That was pretty much all I would ever buy and eat. And then okay, space. There we go. And some people even like would come to like my defense when like I wasn't doing great in calculus, and they're just like, oh well, it's kind of hard to remember shit when you're fucking hungry all the time. And that's another part of it. Because like if you're like even when I wasn't hungry, I was working all the time. So it's like rats. It's a completely different. It's a completely different game as opposed to somebody who will like, if you're able to just, live at home and go to school, it's a little different too. So like there's so many factors. Uranus. So many factors that go into whether or not someone can, there we go, be successful, even if they do get accepted into a good school or whatever. Like, you still need to be able to fund yourself. You need to be able to just fuel yourself and like eat right and get enough sleep and not have to work and all that stuff. Alright, I left an online review for Orion's Belt, 3 stars. So yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation for the world. It's honestly, it's the world as a whole that suffers. Because there's like lots of bright people that kind of fall through the cracks. There we go, carbon. Not saying that I wouldn't be like the breakthrough person. Oh, look at that, it's pointing right at the sea. I don't think I would be. I would just be like a little lackey. I think I would be a lackey in like in a big lab or something, or some kind of research lab. I wouldn't, I don't really have like I might like, I might like suggest a good thing or two, but I'm more just like a good, consistent, like, even when I was cooking, I'm not like coming up with like these amazing recipes. Like maybe I would every once in a while. But I'm mostly just, like really good, especially like that's one of the best things that I would get compliments on, is just like how consistent I can be. And I mean, it's because I'm just painfully genius. Because like people would make fun of me because I would just like have I would have the recipe book on me at all times. There's iron there, iron. Because people would make fun of me. I'd have the recipe book on me at all times. I'd always have the timer going. Like everything was like just very, very systematic. And I roll. And And then they would be like, well, I mean, how do you like make such consistently like everything? It's like it tastes the same every time. And I'm like, it's because I make it the same way every fucking time. It's like it's not hard to do that. Like if you follow the recipe. Oh, there's iron, nori, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, the timing thing. Yeah, somebody. There were a lot of people that I would work with. They'd be like, oh, I don't need a timer. And then they burn something. And I'd be like, oh, you don't need a timer. Nitrogen and oxygen. And then, and then I struggle in some kitchens because they don't even have recipe books. I'll be like, where's the recipe? And then they're just like, oh, it's up here, you know? And it's like, okay, but I want to make sure that I'm making it the same way. And it's like, I don't want to make it the same way. I don't want to make it the way I want it. Like, I want to make it the way you want it. And I can't really do that if you don't have a recipe. You know? Even if I start to like, I mean, yeah, other than that, I'd have to get you to fucking taste everything and tell me like whether it's good or not, and then I'd be bugging you all the time. So it's just like it's so much easier to just make a recipe. Like even if it's for something simple, because it's like if I make something simple, you might want more salt in it, right? Than I would put, because like I don't really like salt. I like my things a little spicier too, so it's like it really depends. Alinko. I know there's some things that are like to taste, but those are like, I think people get that mixed up too, because it'll say like add something to taste. Alloys. But that necessarily means like, it's more so not how you like personally want it or anything like that. It's more so the fact that things kind of like are not consistent in flavor. So like it can be like carrots or like other things that like grow on trees or grow on the ground. Some of them will have more flavor than others. Like one carrot will be more, I don't know, carroty. Like even if it's like the slightest. Kind of what I'm getting at. They don't always kind of have the same. Some might end up actually making it more bitter. Oh, Alnico. Fuck. That's why I couldn't find it. Alnico. Yeah, sometimes it'll add more bitter, more sweet. Sometimes it'll make like no two jalapenos are the same, right? So that's why things are to taste. It's not so like you can just kind of like, you know, every time you make something, it's like completely different from the last time. That's usually what happens. Amalgam. And it's like, yeah, it can be the simplest thing. And like, yeah, I treat like recipe books like an SOP. Basically, because yeah, I don't want to make it the way I want it. I want to make it the way other people can enjoy it. That's pretty much SARB. It's pretty much the whole point of having like even just like a restaurant. I learned that like very early too, and I think that might be an issue. I think is that not everybody who works in the restaurant industry, even like in management, like they might not have even gone to school for it, right? Because like, yeah, one of the first things that I learned is, you know, when you go to a restaurant, right, and you go there like more than once, you kind of expect to you know, you expect something to taste the same as it did last time you went. But if you have too many different people making this did happen where I worked, and I didn't work there like in the kitchen, or at least not very often. If I did work in the kitchen, it was just like peeling potatoes and stuff. But like I would taste they would always do like a week. Was it weekly? Yeah, I think it was weekly or bi-weekly or something. But we would be allowed to try like the mains for the week. I swear, like sometimes like I would try it like the way I don't know if you called him the chef or kind of like the head chef, the guy who basically comes up with all the recipes and stuff. I guess you can call him the chef. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like being called chef because like I don't feel like a chef, but whatever. Necro. But like it would taste like very, very differently. Because like I would try it and then I'd be like, oh, you know what, I really like this, and then I'll get one and take it home, and then I take it home and it's like it tastes nothing like when I tried it. And sometimes it'll be like very, very bland. It was like, I think one time I got like vindaloo, and it was like vindaloo is supposed to be like really fucking spicy, and then the one that I had, it was very bland, very, very bland, stellite. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a big recipe guy, even if it's just for like something as simple as mac and cheese. Especially since I played that memory game, and I'm like, honestly, sometimes my memory, like especially if I'm tired, may not be the best. So I always like to double check things, because you don't want to accidentally put, I mean, sometimes it's not that much of a difference, but sometimes if you accidentally put like, I don't know, if you put too much cumin in something, like you're gonna notice. You can put a little too much salt in something and it might be like a little salty. Maybe a chef would notice what your average Joe wouldn't notice. Then again, if somebody smokes a lot, they're gonna think it's bland. Like you're gonna put in like the perfect amount of salt, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is bland." But it's like, no, buddy, you just need to stop smoking. Atmosphere. Yeah, because I was a dishwasher when I was like in university, and I was carbon. There was a couple of cooks who smoked a lot, and when they worked, because they had like a fry bowl, they would give you the fry bowl at the end of the day. My god. Those fries were so fucking salty. And that's another like big thing, is just we all have different taste buds. So yeah, we're all gonna, if you and I make the same thing and we just have the ingredients and we're just going based on like how good we think it tastes, it's gonna taste very, very different. It was interesting how much theory we had. We had like a big 3-hour lab, but other than that, we had a bunch of theory, a bunch of like legal. We learned about a lot of legal things too. Admissions. We had to touch a little bit on accounting. We had to take some math, because like Baker math. Baker math is interesting. You have a recipe. Basically, it was pretty simple. I mean, if you know math, you can pretty much get it down. Like if you have a recipe and you want to make like for X amount of people, and then you find out that this many people are coming, or it could be more, it could be less, and you have to figure out how to change the recipe. How to change the recipe to accommodate that many people, and it's a good thing to know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I just think it's like easy because I'm a fucking nerd, but I don't know. Like sometimes I'll think something's like very easy or very, very simple, like a simple concept, and then to somebody else they're just like, that's way too complicated. I'm like, what do you mean? And honestly, sometimes I even ask myself, it's like, is it complicated or are they just lazy? It's hard working as a dishwasher, and it was the way that I was told to do things when I started. I mean, it's gonna make your life a lot fucking easier, yeah, it just makes your life a lot easier if you organize dishes. Like you stack, you got plates, you got like your long, because we had like long rectangle plates, we had small square plates, we had big round plates, little round plates, and just sorting them out, right? Sorting them out, stacking them, that way everything's not like falling all over, and like, especially when you have a lot. And my thoughts on global warming, not cool. And the servers were actually expected not necessarily to organize it, but when you organized it, to kind of maintain it, just, because they would have a long plate, you put it on the long plates, and I don't know, everybody would get like really kind of strung up about that, and they would like make a big deal about it and be like, oh, well, we shouldn't have to do that, and I'm like, well, I mean, the chef's saying you should be doing it to make things easier, and it's just like, I don't know, but it became like a big thing. But I don't know if it's just because some people would just act like it's the most complicated thing, like you're asking them to like, I don't know, do calculus for them, but like it didn't seem like a very complicated thing, because like if I was in their position, like I would definitely be mindful of it. Atmosphere, ATMOS. Like I'm coming back with a bunch of plates, like I'm putting the square plates on the square plates, the round plates on the round plates, all that stuff, and then the cups you have to put, actually, yeah, that happened a lot too, because we had like a cup thing up top, and like sometimes they would just put the cup on top of the plates, and then like it's just the more stuff you like put in the wrong spot, the more likely things are gonna get broken, right? And then yeah, also cutlery. Like cutlery had like a little bin with like soaking. There's atmosphere. Maybe if I find the H. Yeah, where it was like soaking in like that kind of like polisher stuff. It was like a mix of like there it is. Yeah, the batmosphere. It was a mix of like soap and like polisher and whatever. But there's ooh, that was almost a bad word. Blast off. We got booster. But yeah, they would also like throw that shit just wherever on the counter or whatever. Like, yeah, it's too many like, I don't know. You're trying to keep things organized, and the people are like coming in and messing it up all day. And I don't know. It wasn't like I didn't say much about it like most of the time, but every time I did, someone would be like, oh, well, you're just asking too much. And I'm like, okay. And then I'd be like, chef, they say I'm asking too much. And then you would go and like say something, and then they would start doing it again. But yeah, it's kind of how it goes sometimes, I guess. But I don't know. It might honestly be like someone else, like with the way that they think, it might be too overwhelming to come back with a stack of plates and like just have to organize them all. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to put yourself in somebody else's mind and see things the way that they see things, because like there are things to me that might feel a bit overwhelming, and honestly some of them I know that if I just sometimes if I just do it, it doesn't feel as bad, especially if you get into the habit of it, especially like working out. Sometimes you wake up and you're just like, oh man, it's just too much today, right? And then you start doing it, and then you're just like, okay, you know what, honestly it wasn't so bad. Cleaning, same thing, you might put things off, so put something off for like a while, and then you finally get around to doing it, and then it only took you like, I don't know, a couple hours. When you're like putting it off in your head for so long. There's a restaurant on the moon. I heard it has great food, but no atmosphere. Nuclear power. Alright, up in atom. Moda. something that you think isn't a big deal, and then like I don't really get like overly uptight about something. I only really get uptight about something when I bring it to someone's attention, and then they're just like, whatever, man. That's not important. You're not important, kind of thing. And I'll be like, oh, man, what an asshole, kind of thing. But there we go. Oof. Yeah, like just kind of like any type of like just real. I want to say like being disrespectful, but like it's hard to really pinpoint that, because I've like had situations where someone's like, oh, well, you're being disrespectful to me, and then I'm like, well, you're being disrespectful to me. It's like, and then you're like Spider-Man, you're just all pointing fingers at each other. Neutron. So it's like, okay, well, which came first, the chicken or the egg, you know? But yeah, it does like, I don't know, cockweed. Neutron. I'm trying to find Neutron. Hey, autopilot isn't working anymore. Neutron. Let's try and find this one. Neutron. T-R-O-N. You know, it's because all the letters are common. That's why. N-E. Alright. Oh, fuck. There it is. Neutron. Alright, nucleus is right on top of it. And plutonium. Yeah. And then and you see it online too, where it's just like, oh, well, you know, you're being Karen. And then the other person's actually like, no, actually, you're the Karen. And it's like, oh, God. Like, it happens so often. And then there's like NPCs. Every time somebody comes up with a new fucking buzzword to call people on the internet, that's basically what gets thrown around all the time. Because someone will be like, oh, well, you're an NPC. And then they'll be like, no, you're the NPC. And then it's just like this fucking thread is just like, no, you, no, you, no, you, no, you, no, you. And it's like, oh my God. And that's why it's like, anytime I come up with like any good like quip or comeback or like anything, I'm almost hesitant to say it, especially on the internet, because then I feel like people like start fucking jacking it, like not in that way, not that kind of jacking it, but like, you know, hijacking it and like using it for their own like, you know, nefarious. Because a lot of the times I'm just trolling like fucking right-wing people, but then basically if I like give them an absolute fucking like third degree fucking burn that they can't like recover from, then they'll just like try and like find a way to steal it and use it in their own fucking way. So it's like a lot of times it's easier to just not say anything. Not because they don't like deserve it, but like just because they're just gonna steal your material and use it. And like, yeah. I wish I could think of fish and chips. I wish I could think of a good example right now, but I actually can't because my memory sucks ass. Alright, so we have alibi. We have autopsy. But yeah, there is definitely like there's definitely something that I said to somebody once, and then like I swear to God, like a week or two later, they were using the same fucking like type of like just comeback, I guess, when people are like just bothering you for no reason. Because like one of them is like, okay, well, someone will say like no one cares, and then I'll be like, well, if you don't care, then why are you responding to my comments? But I've definitely had that like kind of thrown back at me, but like I don't say things like no one cares. It'll be said differently, and then someone will be like, oh, well, you don't need to respond. And I'm like, well, yeah, you kind of do need to respond, because somebody's got to tell you to shut the fuck up, and you know what? I feel like volunteering today. Fingerprint. Oh, one of the more recent ones was actually on an ad. It's funny because it was on an ad, and I don't even mind because like I'll just keep engaging because it'll give the place more points, more points in the algorithm if you keep responding. But this dude was calling this place like fucking ghetto, and I'm like, dude, if you think that's ghetto, like I've lived in these cities and I've lived in these areas of these cities, and he's just like, yeah, well, you know, it's nothing compared to Iraq, and I'm like, you're the one who called this place ghetto, dumbass. Like, that's actually another one where it's just like basically they'll just like basically take it and just try and like reverse Uno, like literally just say the same thing about you that you literally just called them out on. It's like, dude, yeah, like you're not fooling anybody. You literally just said this not fucking this completely safe part of town is like ghetto. Like just shut up, dude. Alright, solution, solvent, suspect, and more admin. There we go. This isn't really the sciencey part of it though. I mean, fingerprint maybe. What's forensics? 10. 4 and 6. Oh, I get it. Okay. It took me a minute. I got it. 4 and 6. Alright, we're in genetics. Allele. Yo, I'm pretty excited about being finished this one. I've been like wanting to make a long play for this for the longest time. I did want to somehow, I think the reason why it took me so long is because I wanted to like put like custom music on it, but then I was like kind of worried. And then I started to think, okay, this music isn't that bad, so maybe it's better to just leave it as is. But yeah, I've always wanted to do the POWGI games. I feel like they're good to throw on and just relax you. This one you can't really like play along with, which is the only downside. I think it's kind of hard to play along with it. Some of the other ones though, once I get to them, they'll be easy to play along with. Because like there will be inheritance, hereditary. Like unless I'm like really stuck on a word, because like there's a good chance that I'll find it. There's a good chance that I'm finding all these words in like less than 2 minutes. So there's Mendel. If only there was some way to like, I thought there must be a way to like make a big group game. Well, even on this one, like you can play it online against like 4 other people, which is pretty interesting. That they would throw in something like that. I would definitely, I would be interested to see how competitive it can get. Competitive word searching. There's offspring and protein, and then we have recessive traits. Recessive and then traits. You're a geno. You know, you could have. There's so many better genetics jokes that you could have done there, but okay, whatever. Quantum mechanics. Bohr. What a Bohr. Right, Bohr's law. We got collapse. We have duality. That's a good Slipknot song. Push my fingers into electron. Trying to scream but not being loud is always kind of hard. Energy. Those are the smart people. The people who turn up the mic and don't actually just scream louder. The people who like, yeah, there was this one guy, he was like, his mic cut out and then he was like screaming so loud that we could hear him without the mic. Yeah, it's not good for the throat, bro. You know, the little, like, that kind of, like, quiet, like, growlish thing where you're kind of like, kind of thing. Much better. Much better for your throat. Heisenberg. Even though I don't want to do it too loud. Laplace. 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 Where are you? Laplace. There we go. Lights. Right here. We have matter. What is matter? Never mind. What is mind? Doesn't matter. Observer. Here's observer. And we have packet. Need a packet. Tech cap. And particle. And we have photon. And Planck. Where's Planck? CK. Maybe the K. Let's see if we can find the K. We get a CK. I see a K. There's another K. Oh, there it is. There's lots of Ks. Surprisingly, there's a lot of Ks. Quark. Scale. And then string. Ooh, subatomic. Subatomic. Actually, yeah, so that's the weird thing about English, I guess, is that sometimes a word is just two words pushed together. And because like, if I didn't speak English, I would be like, sabatomic? You know, unker tainty? I don't know, something like that. Unker tainty. But it's like, uns, it's like its own thing, and then certainty. So it's like certainty, but with an un in front. Like, yeah. Wave. Just pretend I don't speak English. But if you didn't like it, I was going to tell you a joke about time travel. Alright, atomic. Alright, let's go atomic. Battery. Battlefuel, biofuel. Boy. Biofuel. We have coal. We got coat. Not coal, though. There's coal. We have diesel. Big Daddy Cool. Flywheel. I'll tell you, flywheels crack me up. We got fusion. Do we have fission? We don't have fission, though. Huh. Fission is the one that actually gives you energy. Alright, geothermal. Got hydropower. Yeah, nuclear fusion is like super rare. I think it only happens in the sun. Hydropower. flat batteries. They're free of charge. Alright, we got balance. I see beaker. I'm looking for balance. Balance. Balance, balance, balance. Balance. Right, oops. Ecnolab, of course. And then Recabe. We have clamp. Maybe if I find an M. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not seeing too many M's. Crucible. Crucible. We have cylinder. We have a dropper. Dropper filter. Flask. Forceps. And then funnel. Gauze. Goggles. Microscope. Pipettes. And slide. Spatula. Huh. Spatula. Tula. There we go. I was gonna say, maybe if I can find Tula, I can find the rest. There's Repots. Test tube. And tongs. Alright. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate. Alright, so we are, I think we're down on that category. So we have the rhyming ones, and we're gonna do the rhyming ones. Actually, yeah, I'll leave it here. But I'm gonna go eat something. gonna do the final category. I'm gonna close it and open it, just so that the song resets. And yeah, that's our final category for the word search. I may do some other ones. Oh, excuse me. But this is the final one for word search by POWGI. There are a lot of fun ones. Abstain. But we are on rhyme time. I gotta find abstain. So let me see if I can find a B with an S around it. Every B that I see. Oh, there it is. It doesn't have an S around it. There we go. So this would rhyme with rain if you said it wrong. Again? That's not how it said though. Okay. Arcane. Arraign. We got ascertain. Where's aspartame? Oh wait, no, that doesn't rhyme. Ascertain. There we go. Oh yeah, this is the song that kind of makes me want to listen to different music while I play this. That xylophone just kind of like kills my ears. Yeah, bang. Bane. B-A. I don't have too many B's. Oh, it's going backwards to the left. Alright, and then brain. Going this way. We got butane. And then campaign. We got champagne, and I gotta find campaign though. There's campaign. Campaign for some champagne. And we have contain. And cream. There's cream. And then domain. And entertain. And we have explain. And then feign. There's humane. And ordain. There's ordain. Pain. And rain. And Spain. And terrain. And vein. Open the champagne. Alright, so we have rhymes with hay. You know what's funny though? These videos with the closed captioning, like, I don't know, the closed captioning on YouTube keeps thinking that they're saying things that they aren't. there's there's an actual like dialogue to these videos, and I'm just uploading the playthrough. And it does say hey a lot. And like in other like random things, it's actually pretty interesting. Astray. Away. Oh, this one's gonna be pretty hard. There's away. Alright, ballet. And then betray. And bouquet. And convey. Oh, I need cabaret. Life is a cabaret. Just convey, crochet. There's crochet. And then we have decay. Dismay. And then dossier. Halfway. Monterey. Overstay. And portray. And puree. Good morning. Good morning, brother dude. Did you get a chance to check out the Hulk Hogan long play of WCW versus the World, brother? I think I beat that one in record time. Replay. The funny thing is I keep falling asleep before the sleigh. I keep falling asleep before the premiere, and then like I kind of like catch it like a little bit later. Cause like sometimes when I fall asleep watching something, I'll like wake up and like I pretty much wake up once the video's over. Slay. Well, there's always somebody in there saying hello, and I'm just like, oh damn it, I fell asleep. Slay. But I'm on Super Dolphin now. Super Dolphin. EIGH. No, that's way. I need another GH. Having a blizzard today. Oh, you're gonna watch it at work. Nice. I appreciate that. Because I think you've been here for some of it, so it's kind of like rinse and repeat. I feel like if you've seen like one championship, you've pretty much seen them all, because it's like not really a whole lot you can do in that one. But people seem to really like that game. My mind is blown when I like upload things. I don't know how to explain it. Like, because I'll just play whatever I feel like playing, and then I'll like make a long play of it, and then I'll upload it, and then like I come back like a month later to find out like, you know, a certain video. Sometimes it's even a video that's like a few years old. Okay, where's Valet? Valet. And it'll just randomly start getting like tons of views, and I'll be like, huh, didn't think anybody would be into that. I just kind of like uploaded it on a whim. There's like this one weird one where you're like a baby in a crib. Okay, I can't. Is it? This is the only V I can find. Wait, no, there's a V here. There's gotta be another V somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're a baby in a crib, and basically like just all these things are happening, and you have to like look at this, look over there, touch this, hug that. It's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's Way. Dude, it's so surprising. It like blows my mind. Cause like I wasn't expecting WWF Attitude to get too many views. Cause I was just kind of like, at first I was just kind of doing it for my own interest. I was like, yo, these like voiceovers are so funny and weird. I want to make like an archive of them. And then it just started like the videos just started blowing up, and I'm like, wait a minute, am I not the only one who wanted this? Maybe I was the only one who like really had the energy to do it. Decide, bride. The other one that kind of like got me was Warzone, because there are so many of them already that exist where people have played through it, and they've got like thousands of views. Coincide. So yeah, that just kind of makes me like less deterred when something is already kind of popular, because like that is kind of like a thing. Coincide. Because sometimes if a video is too popular, you just kind of like fall through the cracks. Okay, where is coincide? Coincide. C-I-D-E. I got this side. Yeah, because every time I see side, it's for a different word. Oh, there it is. Coincide. Totally get you. Yeah, you kind of like fall through. But like, I wouldn't let that. I wouldn't even let that deter you. Like, I basically just do whatever whatever you feel like doing. Cause like, I don't know. Some videos will get 10 views. And then some will get like hundreds, so denied. So I've just been kind of doing whatever. Died. There's died. But that actually makes me think of something that I don't know. I don't know if you would be interested in it, but I think maybe Tom or Classic would be. But if I found some way to play like the old You Don't Know Jack games, because that's something that gets asked about a lot. I just don't know how we would all play it. Fried. Like I think they're on Steam now, but I'd have to figure out how to play it and how to record it. But I think it would be more fun than just playing it alone. Glide and guide. There's glide, and there's guide, and then implied. Oh, I saw that one a while ago. There it is. Implied, nationwide, outside. It's getting easier now. Pride, provide. Oh, we provide. Slide. Okay, I got subside. That one's not for a couple more words. Slide. Why don't you slide into my room? It's funny because I'm going to see Goo Goo Dolls and I'm not even like thinking about it, because Dashboard Confessional is opening for them, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see Dashboard Confessional. I don't even tell people I'm going to see Goo Goo Dolls, which is like a much more popular band. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to see Dashboard Confessional. And then I keep forgetting, and I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Goo Goo Dolls. Untied. They have like so many bangers. Untied. The most beautiful song ever, Iris? Oh. Yeah. It's a nice song. I don't want the world to see me. Oh. Worldwide pride is implied. I don't know. I don't think Iris is as beautiful as Stolen or Rhymes with Fly Ally. Stolen by Dashboard Confessional. Or what is that one song? Vindicated, the Spider-Man song. I'm trying to think of like other ones. But apply. Here's apply. So we got Ally, apply, awry. It's like, alright, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Oh, it's up here at the top. You would be so down for You Don't Know Jack. Ah, yeah. Alright, I'd have to, like, figure out how to play it, how to record it, and how to play it online with more than one person. I don't remember how many people be live, but I think if it's on Steam, it would be pretty easy. It would be pretty easy to play. Bonsai. I just like low-key wish that they would release the entire series on like PS4 or something. Deny, Where's dry? And fry. Where's fry? Goodbye. And then imply. Lanai? Is that how that's said? AI, there it is. Lanai. Nearby. I'm trying to think of like other Dashboard Confessional songs that are better than Iris. But there are too many, I would say, in my opinion. Like, what is that one song? Well, I mean, I would say Don't Wait is definitely. There's that one song at the end of, I wouldn't say Hands Down is, that one's kind of cheesy. I mean, Iris is kind of cheesy, but like, Hands Down is really cheesy. But yeah, the last song off of Mark Mission of Brand Scar, it's called Several Ways to Die Trying. That one's really good. It's sad though. It's not like a love song. It's a sad song. Rely. I can't find Rely. L-Y. Oh, there it is. Retry. In Shanghai. See, that's the interesting thing about English, stealing words from like so many different languages, because like what rhymes with fly, and then you have words that end in ly, like obviously those would, but then some of them will end in ly and not rhyme, like, you know, in something that kind of sounds like Lee, and then you have gh rhymes with ly, so it's like sigh rhymes with fly, and then spry. And then things that end in AI also rhyme with fly. Spry. But it's gonna be fucking confusing as hell if you don't know what the fuck. Hell, I'm confused. Just thinking thinking about it. Like, who came up with these rules? Yeah, because it'll be like, oh, it ends in RY, so... Okay, spry. Man, I'm like struggling to find some of these words. Oh, there it is. Yeah, because it'll be spry, and then thigh, tie, TH, and then TH, tie. There's tie. And we got thigh. Yeah, because I might look at that and think it's like thick, underly, underlie. Yeah, wait, underlie? Is that a word? Underly. Untie. Untie. Whereby. Yeah, that's actually one of them. Whereby. So it's whereby, but like other words that end in by are be. Like canoe. I don't know. Whereby. Whereby. W-H-O. There we go. Whereby. And then the ultimate question. Why? What's up, Tom Oven? How are you doing? Good morning. Bonsai. I just like any excuse to say that word. Alright, so we got chord words that rhyme with chord. So we have a board. Yeah, it is a huge collection of games. I don't know if they're like episodic or if it's like something that I would play until like we ran out of questions. But episodic makes things much easier, and I wish they still did that. How's it going, brother? And we have a ford. A ford. There's a ford. And then we have a ward. AW. There it is. Award. I am just about to complete word search by POWGI. I am on the very last category. And then I'll have to find another brain game to play. Keep my brain sharp. So I don't get old and decrepit and senile. Explored. You gotta keep that brain. It's the biggest muscle in your body, right? Something like that. Just gotta keep it active. Floored. There's floored. And then horde. Horde. Horde and horde. And then ignored. Excuse me. Ignored, lord, outscored. My butt is the biggest muscle. What is the gluteus maximus after all? My ass. Tonight, 30 men will enter my ass. It is outsourced. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, shakalaka. My ass is every woman's dream and every man's nightmare. Outscored. See, this is one that's weird. Because it's like, it's record, but it's also record. But it's also record. So if your cord fell off, you would record it. Fuck, man. My throat sucks. My throat really sucks this week. Record. it is. Record restored. Okay, underscored is there. I need a stored though. Maybe I can just find the word stored. There we go. That worked. Restored and reward and sword. Reward, sword, underscored, and untoward? That's 2 words. Untoward. Or Drawatnu. Boom, boom, shangala. He outscored the horde. Here's a reward. Alright, rhymes with maze. You know what rhymes with maze? Oh, it's actually on there. Maze. Rhyming maze with maze? Appraise. That just makes me think of like modern rap. Appraise. Or was it modern rap or was it the I think it might have been that mega rap where the dude just said the same word at the end of every sentence and it's just like, bro, that's not rhyming. You're just using the same word. But yeah, some rappers do that too. Ballads, betrays. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, shakalaka. Blaze. Communique. Oh, that's not communique. Communiques? I guess? Communique. Craze. Days. Is that even a word? Communique? Delays. It just feels like a made-up word. Then again, all words are made up, so. Displays. And we got essays. It can be a long writing about a certain topic, or it can be, you know, what people call their friends. Essays. My brother's essay. Phase. There's phase, and then we got glaze. And then we have maze. Maize. Isaiah. And then we have matinees. And then we have obeys. And then we have phase. Polonaise. Whoa, where's mayonnaise? What the fuck? Mayonnaise isn't even on here. What the? You got polonaise, but not mayonnaise? I'm kind of mad about that. Rephrase. Slays. Stays. Stays. S-T. Stay. 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 Some of these you're kind of cheating because you're just making it plural. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really like count the same. Ways and then also ways. Alright, game's back on. Back in a bit. You say, I guess? Amazing. Wait, which game are you watching? I thought the hockey game started at 10. Was I wrong? Oh, it started. Oh, it started already. Shit. place. Yeah, a pace. Yeah, I thought it started at 10. A pace. I'm gonna go put it on bass. Bass? Bass? Wait, oh, bass. Yeah, not bass, but bass. Like the guitar, I guess. Chase. 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 Yeah, it's weird. I don't think Canada's got much of a chance because like half of their freaking team got injured by I think by the Czech Republic. T-base. T-face. And it's so weird because it's like, bro, this is the Olympics. Like, how the fuck are people getting away with such like nasty hits? And like not even hits, like high sticks too. Shit, man. Displace, embrace. Because it was like yesterday, like pretty much like update after update, you got like fucking all the best players are completely injured. In case. Erase. Part of me wonders if they were actually injured, or maybe they were just paid a large sum of money to not play. I'd take it. Erase. Because yeah, that's a lot of people to be injured. Just randomly the day before the game. Oh, there we go. Erase. Horse race. Interlace. Misplace. I shouldn't joke about that though. That might actually start some conspiracy theories. Honestly, I think that's how some conspiracy theories start, where somebody's just making a fucking joke and the other somebody like listening and like takes it seriously. They're just like, oh my god, what if? Shoelace. It wouldn't be the first time I made a joke and someone took it seriously. That's for sure. And started like actually thinking like the silly theory that I made up in my head. It's kind of scary how people think sometimes. Space. Okay, where's space? Ace. Pace. P. Spa. There it is. Space. And we have trace. Trace. Ace. Ace. Do. Ace. Yo, these are so hard to find. Because they all end in the same thing. Okay, there's trace. Then we have uppercase. Uppercase, and then worst case. An excuse to type in uppercase. Alright, rhymes with tight. I mean light, sorry. Tight's not on there. Alright. Walking after midnight. Bright. Bite. I got uptight. Delight. Delight. Despite. Despite. Excite. And fright. Good night. Height. GHT. But then again, there's so many GHTs already. There. Oh wait, that's might. Okay. Oh, there's height. Okay, we got height, and then ignite. Indict. No, that's indict. It's not the same. Indict. Not really. That's like something Jay-Z would put in a rap song, because it kind of rhymes, but not really. Like, you know, lemonade is a popular drink, and it still is. Night. Can I GHT? Okay, there we go. Now we're ready for might. Wait, where was might? Wasn't that M? It was... I thought it was over here. Might. Wait, is there only one M? M-I... Wait. I saw it. It's uptight. That's weird. I remember seeing it. There's only these two M's. Is there another M somewhere? Because I could have swore that I saw it. No, I only see these two M's now. Now I'm fucking... Oh, there it is. Gim. And then might. And then quite. Nice. I know, I was like looking at these M's and I'm like, I know I saw it. I know I saw it. Recite. 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 R-E. Oh yeah, I'll put over here. And then reunite. Oh, I know I saw that one too. Yeah, right over here. Reunite, sprite, and tonight. Well, they're playing Walking After Midnight, but they didn't put midnight on here. Quite rude. Two nights. And uptight. And sounds about white. And then right. What a delight. You did alright. Thanks, bro. Alright, we got peak. Antique. Okay, then I got unique. Oh, there's gonna be so many QUEs. There's antique. Alright, antique, beak. We got beak, bleak. And then click. Well, that's click, isn't it? Yeah, that's click. It's not clique. It's only clique if you say it in French, right? Click. And not even click. So that's not the same. Creek. which creek? Okay, we got creek, and then creek. And then geek. That's me. Motherfucker. Where's the G at? Where's the G at? Where's the G at? Geek. I see leak. Oh, okay, I got Greek. I see Greek. But where's geek? There must be another G somewhere. There's a G there. There's no E's around it. Is it? Oh, it's right. It's like snuck right in there beside. Yeah. Fuck. And then I had Greek. Yeah, this way. Then we have leak and meek. And then mystique, and then oblique, and then physique, and then peak, and then chic, the iron cheek, and then we have shriek. Shriek, and then we have seek, KH, seek, and then sneak, yeah, sneak, and then speak, streak, technique, oh, gotta find that QUE again. There it is, technique. Then we got tweak. Unique. I know that's the different tweak, but I don't know, I still kind of giggled at it. Unique. Uneek. There it is. And then it's been 1 week. Looked at me. Threw your arms in the air and said I'm crazy. Okay, wait, I got 1 week. We're looking for the other week. Shit's weak. No, it's gotta be. Is it somewhere else? No, I don't see any other W's though, so it's gotta be here. There it is. Great technique. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. Oh. This game needs more Iron Cheek. That's true. Yeah, where's the pro wrestlers fucking word search? The WWE word search. Allure. Bro, sure. Hey, can you pass me that pamphlet with words on it? Bro, sure. Couture. Couture. Demure. Detour. Endure. Where we at? Endure. Jabroni, Mark, Bump, Spot, Babyface, Heel, Shoot, Work, Brother, Gimmick, Gig, Botch. That would be a good one. Okay. SU. Yeah, maybe if I just find sure. Oh, yeah, no, I got unsure. And then insure. But I can't. I found 2 sures, but I can't find another. I can't find the other one, the one that I'm actually looking for. I got assure. Oh wait. Oh, that's a reassure. Fuck. I'm finding sure all over the place. Okay, there it is. Okay, entrepreneur doesn't rhyme with sure. It's not quite. That's another like. I call that a rap. I call that a rap rhyme, where it doesn't really rhyme. We just kind of like pretend that it does. Immature. Insure. Yeah, and like more. More if you say sure. But yeah, it doesn't really rhyme. That's another rap rhyme. More. And then more. Again, more if you say sure wrong. If you say like sure. Botch was one that you forgot. Obscure. Got a lot of rap rhymes in this one. And then premature. This lives rent free in my head quite often, but there was this punk band, and the band was called Youth in Asia. So like youth, YOUTHIN, and then ASIA, Youth in Asia. And they had an EP called Premature Eroculation, and I just think about that every once in a while and giggle to myself. Procure. But like, they're like, yeah, they were a band that were on MySpace. Found a lot of like weird bands. I mean, it was like the best way to find out if like just indie bands that were coming to your town. Reassure. I mean, that's how I found out about Paramore. That's how I found out about Panic at the Disco, The Rocket Summer, Secure, Mariana's Trench, Sure, Unsure. Honestly, some of them just like went around following people on MySpace and hoping that they would like friend you back or follow you back or whatever, and like listen to their music. MySpace era was crazy, yeah. There was one band called Sorry About Your Couch, and I wish they had made it, you know. I wonder, honestly, some of them still have like music on Spotify. It's kind of sad because some of it's actually really good. But nobody like, they'll have like less than 100 listens. Actuate. Because I know Kincaid was another one. And like if you go look up Kincaid on Spotify, like I think they're still at less than 100 views, but it's very good, and it's mixed very well too. It's not like raw, like hard to listen to. Actually, Alisana was another one that I found on MySpace. Debate. And I don't know if you who's that guy got really, really popular, but he was in the band Attack before. What's his fucking name there? I'm trying to remember. Dictate. But yeah, the band Attack I found that on MySpace. And think the guy ended up leaving Attack Attack after some time. Dilate. But then he like went solo and now he's like very popular. So popular that people would be like, yo, have you listened to this guy? And like now I can't remember his name. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember him from Attack Attack. Incriminates. Interstates. But I personally don't really like the stuff that he puts out. It's very it's very post Maloney. So like wanting to be like hardcore at the same time. Modulate. I can't remember his fucking name, but I know it's a pun on something. I think it's like Bill Murray or something. Bill Murray. It kind of reminds me of that one band. I think they were called Listen to Bob Marley. And then there's another one, Tastes Like Kevin Bacon. Bill Murray. Yes, Bill Murray. That's just it's just the guy from Attack Attack. Skate. I wrestled a bear once. Yes. Another one I like is the Dillinger Escape Plan. Straight. So we got straight, and then we have straight. I can't get my straight. Straighten your straight. Straight. There it is. Straight. Alright, translate. I forgot to mention this yesterday, but the company that made the Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4 just like randomly got shut down last week. So now I want to play more of their stuff, because they did some pretty good ones upstate. I don't know if they did the Silent Hill one, but I'll check. Which reminds me, I keep forgetting to say this, but you should tell you should tell Xbox I'll play Silent Hill for him anytime. Blade. I've actually been meaning to blockade. I've been meaning to at some point play the original Silent Hill again, because I definitely want to make a long play of that one, and I want to get the UFO ending. I feel like that's another one that might I don't know, man, it might randomly get a bunch of views, but also I just want to preserve it. At this point I feel like I might know which ones will get a lot of views. It's usually the weird endings. Because like the typical long plays, I think a lot of people kind of have that monopolized. But like, if I do like the weird ending or some kind of secret ending or anything like that, it always gets a little bit more popular than the legit playthrough. Like I did the alternate ending for Unpacking, and that's always on the top of my most watched list. Mind you, a lot of people just skip to the end just to see the ending, but still, a win's a win. Evade. Yeah, so I think like if I go through the Silent Hill series, like I'll do like a regular playthrough, of course, but I might throw in the UFO ending for 1, and then there's like a dog ending for 2. Because I know a lot of people just like to throw up the ending, but I actually like showing like step by step how to actually get it. And then I don't have to answer questions. Be like, oh, how'd you get this? But I still get questions like that. Some people will be like, how do you do Steve Austin's finisher? And I'll be like, it's in the instruction book, bro. There's FAQ guides everywhere. Please, stop asking me. Palisade. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me a little bit about putting up like long plays and walkthroughs is like sometimes someone will ask about something in a game and you played the game like 2 years ago and you're just like, bro, I don't remember. Sorry. That's why I made the video. Point and click games are funny too, 'cause some people will be like, where did you find this? And I'm like, watch the video, bro. That's why I put it up. Promenade. But yeah, I also try not to hold on to things for too long. When I'm doing those, because then at least that way, it's like I don't pick something up at the beginning of the game and then like randomly use it like an hour later. It's more so like sometimes I'll know that it's there and then I'll just go back and pick it up. I'll leave it where it is and then I'll go back and pick it up. So then that way somebody can see exactly where it is. Like, and it's close to the puzzle solution as well. Rhymes with aid. Alright, so that's that. That is Word Search by POWGI. And yeah, there's no... it's just like bed rotting. No credits, nothing. Huh. Alright. So I'm gonna see how Canada's doing. But, we're gonna roll it back. GG, thank you. We're gonna roll it back. We're gonna go all the way back. Fell. It's 1998. That's right. Get your coat. We're going to Japan.